You know what this is missing? Come here. It's missing her. Alright, she's not the star of the show. I am. Just kidding. You guys are the star of the show. Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for sticking around. Today is going to be day 3 of week 1 and exercise 2. It is going to be an abs and arm circuit training. It's going to run a little bit different than last time. We are going to do 3 different sets of exercises. There's going to be an A and a B, and which with each set of exercises, you are going to do it 3 different times. So that means you're going to have 1A is going to be an arm workout, 1B is going to be an ab workout. You're going to do those back to back. You're going to take your rest time, and then you're going to do that 2 more times. And then we have 2A, 2B, and 3A, 3B. And then you'll have your cool down, and that will be it. Easy day, a little bit different, trying to keep it interesting. All right, guys, here we go. I wasn't lying this time. We are going to be doing another cardio warm-up. It's going to have the same benefits. If you need a review on how to find your 50 to 70% max heart rate, go ahead and go to the last video and go to the warm-up section, and there is going to be a whole clip on that. Today I decided to jog to change it up. I suggest you guys change it up to keep things interesting. Our first workout is going to be a bicep curl. It's going to have a variety of different ways to do it, but most importantly, we're keeping our elbows tucked in, we're coming up slowly, and coming back down slowly. You're going to be feeling this mostly in the biceps, although there could be a little bit of the forearms and the deltoids being worked. So this is going to be the way I would suggest it. If we need to increase resistance, we can go ahead and put the dumbbell in one hand. Now the one-hand dumbbell is sometimes a little bit harder to keep the elbow stable and keep everything in line, so make sure you internally focus hard. And you are going to need to switch halfway through with this style. Next, if we do not have a dumbbell or a heavy object, we can use a band. A band is also going to be usually a little bit lighter, not as much resistance. I like to go into a lunge position and put it around my knee. I keep my elbow stable, and I flex as I would before. Make sure you're not rounding out your spine in this position. That way we are mostly and only feeling it in our biceps. Next up we have dead bugs, which is by far one of my favorite exercises for increasing core stability and helping protect the low back from future low back pain. You're going to be making sure your back is flat and bracing your core. That means making sure it is flexed. You're going to alternate coming down with opposite arm and leg, just doing a nice tap and coming back up and holding. If done right, you should be able to feel this. If you need a little bit extra resistance, go ahead and put a heavy object in those hands. Just make sure you're coming down slowly. Alright, next up we have a banded chest fly. This is going to be a great exercise to protect the shoulder if you have shoulder problems. If not, this is just going to be a great workout for your deltoid and your trapezius. We're going to keep our elbows bent in 90-degree flexion with a band around them. We're going to come back slowly. You're not going to be fully in a perpendicular position, but you will be pretty close. Now with these style of exercises, I really like to internally focus on that muscle, make sure I am engaging everything there is to be engaged so I get its full benefits. Next up, our circuit 2 is going to be a Russian twist. Now there's 2 ways to do this. You can either keep your heels on the ground. Now an important aspect of a Russian twist is keeping our spine in line and watching our weight go from side to side. This is going to help fully engage those obliques. Now, if you're feeling like you need a little extra resistance or you're feeling a little bit extra spicy, you could either increase your weight or you can go ahead and lift up those feet. lifting up those feet is going to engage a different part of the core a little bit more. Alright, for our final circuit, we are going to do tricep dips. Now, you can use any object that you have around you as long as you can dip your body so your elbows are going to be at a 90-degree flexion. Now, I've noticed with tricep dips, everybody seems to be at a different level. I suggest 8 reps, but a lot of people fatigue at different places. When you're coming down, make sure your butt just hovers. We're not trying to feel it anywhere else besides the triceps. Last, and maybe least favorite, we have planks. In the very beginning, I'm showing a few different options depending on your level at which you are at. You're going to be holding that plank for 30 seconds. Now, when you're holding a plank, you want to make sure your whole body, including your spine to your legs, are in a nearly straight line. You're engaging that core, and if you need to, engage those glutes. This is going to be a really great exercise for core stability, which is going to help with low back pain in the future or now. Great job, guys. You made it to your cool down. So for our cool down, we are going to be doing small arm circles in both directions. Hold this first one for 30 seconds, going clockwise. Now, once again, that cool down is going to be used to bring our heart rate down to a steady state and give us that final burn. Now, before we change direction, we are going to do a little bit of a shoulder roll, little side stretch, and neck. Now, change direction, same thing, 30 seconds, keeping those arms straight. You should be feeling this in your triceps and your deltoids. And of course, always be bracing your core when you're doing something. A little side stretch, and we are going to move to flappy wings. Now for 30 seconds, flapping wings down. And this time, instead of taking a break, we're going to move them up. Now, I know this wasn't timed, so make sure you are timing them yourselves and doing that 30 seconds. And once again, if you have time and you are not constricted, go ahead and repeat this circuit through one more time just to get that full final burn. We are going to move on to stretches, so if you can't do that second part, at least do the stretches. We're going to start off with a cobra stretch. Now, this is going to give you that stretch for your core, but also we are going to reverse our arms and give us that forearm and slight bicep stretch. Once again, we'll be holding everything for 20 to 45 seconds. And we're going to repeat this second one after we take a small nap. Once again, cobra stretch to a forearm stretch. Although I think it looks more like a seal than a cobra. Alright, going into child pose to counteract that cobra stretch. This is also going to be a nice stretch for the latissimus dorsi. Now we're going to move to a seated position. I'm going to do a cross body arm stretch. This is going to be a great stretch for the shoulder area, including the deltoids and a little bit of the trapezius. And we're going to alternate that once again, although this isn't time, do that 20 to 45 second stretch for yourself. Now, the second stretch I like to do for the shoulder and a little bit of the pectoralis is to take that arm around me and behind me and pull it. It feels better than it sounds. And then we're going to do the overhead tricep stretch. Make sure you grab that elbow, pulling it, and you should be feeling in that triceps. And of course, we're going to switch to do both sides. Never forget to do both sides. And last but not least, Give yourself a nice little forearm stretch again. Fingers, thumb, and then shake it out. Great job, guys. You finished day 2. Alright guys, that is going to be the end of day number 3, abs and arms circuit training. If you followed along, great job. I'm so proud of you. Go hydrate. Don't dehydrate. And if you didn't follow along, you better get your butts out there and start moving. Anyways, tomorrow is going to be another active rest day, and I will see you guys Friday with our never feared HIIT training day.